What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I'm Michigan Sports Talk here, and in this one, we go over Michigan football picking up a transfer portal commitment from a punter as he adds much needed depth to the punter room. We go over that. Plus, Michigan football ready to start fall camp this week as Sherrone Moore ready for year 2, and also why he is hell-bent on being undefeated every year and wanting to win another natty. Plus, Max Bredeson talks about the Michigan offense, saying no offense wants to rewrite the script more than ours. Also, Derrick Moore talks about edge TJ Guy as he is ready to show the world who he is. And also, Ernest Hausmann discusses the linebacker room behind him and Jaishawn Barham. It's all going to be in this video and more, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so the Wolverines did pick up a commitment from the transfer portal over the weekend yesterday, early Sunday morning, as they picked up a commitment from the punter Hunter Robertson, who is a Michigan native, a 6'5", 180-pound punter who spent the last 2 seasons with Clarion Golden Eagles in Pennsylvania, which is a Division II program, and he will have 2 seasons of eligibility remaining. He did play high school football at Berkeley, earning all-conference honors as a junior and an academic all-state nod, as Michigan obviously replacing punter Tommy Doman, who transferred to Florida this offseason, and Michigan had previously received a commitment from Missouri's punter Luke Bauer from the transfer portal. However, it is unclear if he is transferring to Michigan or not. There's been no mentions of Michigan in his social media profiles, nor does he appear in the university directory, so not too sure what happened there or what's going on with that, but Michigan does pick up a commitment from Hunter Robertson, who will join the punter room along with Hudson Hollenbeck, who was the punter during Michigan's bowl game against Alabama. Did a pretty good job in that game, but now they add Hunter Robertson to the room, and during the 2023 season, he served as the team's kickoff specialist and took over punting duties late in the year, so he can be a kickoff specialist for Michigan as well. But in that season, he had 8 kickoffs for touchbacks that year, along with 16 punts that averaged 34.6 yards per kick, and also put 5 punts inside the 20-yard line. And in 2024, he had 51 punts for 2,201 yards with a long of 70 yards, averaging 43.2 yards per kick, with 15 punts of 50-plus yards and 17 punts downed inside the 20-yard line. And recently, Sherrone Moore did address the punting situation at Big Ten Media Days. He said, he's excited. I think Hudson right now is in pole position to take that because of what he did in the lead up. But he said, we've got a couple of guys that we brought in, but just ready to see. Fall camp will tell a lot about who's going to take the spot and what it's going to look like. So a little update there on the punting situation for Michigan, as Michigan adds another punter to the room from the transfer portal out of Hunter Robertson, a Michigan native, as the Wolverines, they do start fall camp this week on Wednesday as they prepare for the 2025 season. As Sherrone Moore says, Team 146 is excited, ready to go, and he said we're ready to put on a show. And obviously Michigan went 8-5 this past season. Not the standard. They did accomplish a lot, though, beating both their rivals out of Michigan State and Ohio State, beating Alabama in the bowl game. Now trying to carry that momentum over. And Moore did say at Big Ten Media Days that I'm hell-bent on being undefeated every year. You don't want to lose any game, and that's the goal. So for me, the standard is not 8-5, and the goal is to win every single game and to be successful and hoist the trophy again, because once you win one, you get greedy. You want to win another, and that's the goal over here. But we know it's going to take work, so can't be worried about the past, can't be worried about tomorrow, because they don't owe you anything. So all we're worried about is today, and that's all we're going to do, is work to be the best version of ourselves today. As Sherrone Moore coaching staff, these players ready to go here for fall camp starting Wednesday. And then also Captain Max Bredeson spoke on the Michigan offense. But before we get into that, have you ever thought how easy it is for people to find your personal info online? I mean, dozens of sites can have your name, address, phone number, and everything just sitting there. That's how scammers get your info. The worst part, companies sell your data without your permission. These are called data brokers. And I don't have time to chase down 50 shady websites. That's why I wanted to mention Aura, today's sponsor. Aura is an identity protection service. They scour the internet for all of your information that has been made public and they delete it. They also monitor your credit. They check to make sure your phone number isn't being handed out. And I don't know about you guys, but I have gotten a lot of scam calls and texts, but with Aura, those calls and texts drastically decrease. Aura automatically finds these sites and scrubs your data off them, and they keep it off. Aura is an all-in-one digital security app sending you real-time alerts if your info hits the dark web, credit and bank fraud monitoring, a secure VPN, and even $5 million in identity theft insurance. It's honestly infuriating that these companies profit off of us like this. That's why I chose Aura, so I'm not left vulnerable, and neither should you. Try Aura free for 2 weeks at aura.com/Michigan Sports Talk, and in just those 2 weeks, you'll see exactly where your data is exposed and start taking it back. I'm not leaving the back door open, and you shouldn't either. Go to aura.com/Michigan Sports Talk to start your 2-week free trial. Link down below in the description. Guys, I value my privacy and I value yours as well. Go ahead, hit that link in the description and go check out just how amazing Aura is. But let's go ahead and continue here and talk about what Max Bredeson did say at Big Ten Media Days. As he spoke on the Michigan offense, he said there's no more offense that wants to rewrite the script than ours. He said all the stats, all the numbers that go behind that, guys just want to go out and play football and just play winning football. We're not trying to chase a place on what explosive offense we are. We're just trying to chase a number of wins. And obviously one thing Michigan should be relying on is their run game this upcoming season, especially with Jordan Marshall and Justice Haynes. Even Max Bredeson said, guys just love Jordan. There is an element of, you get a guy like that, you want to play even harder. And also he said it's hard to give them the thunder and lightning type thing that everyone wants to see, because both can hit the home run and both are plenty willing to get downhill. And it's two running backs that can wear you down over time. And once one gets worn down, here comes the next one. But he said, there's a lot of reasons to be optimistic about the offense. The running backs are unbelievable, but it's just you go position to position. I think the biggest thing isn't just about guys, it's just about a hunger. It has more to do with how hard you're playing than it has to do with the X's and O's, and I think it's just because of what happened last year, you'll see a better outcome this time. Another player who was at Big Ten Media Days was the edge, Derrick Moore, who's going to be a big leader for the defense and a big impact player for the defense. And obviously his partner in crime on the other side of the defensive line is TJ Guy. As he spoke on him, he said TJ is one of those guys who I feel like if you're a younger guy, I will point you in his direction. Like, look at him. He's been here 5 years. He's a 5th-year grad. He's patiently waited his time, and he has a lot of maturity. And he said now he knows his worth, and I think he's just ready to show the world who TJ Guy is. But he said just working out with him, working with him, talking with him, I learned a lot from him. And I just feel like he's ready. That's all I can say. He's ready, and he's definitely going to show the Big Ten and also college football who he is. And he said he also knows the defense so well. We could put him pretty much everywhere. And also one thing he loves about him is he just loves football. He loves the game, and he loves to study the game. He also said he's, really excited for Cameron Brandt and Dominic Nichols as well, but also the whole defensive line. But with TJ Guy, he said, I'm just proud to play across from him, and I'm ready to dominate every game with him. As Michigan defensive line, we've talked about the 10-man rotation, 6 on the inside, 4 on the edge. I mean, the depth they have on the defensive line this upcoming season is going to be special. And then also Ernest Hausmann was another Michigan player there at Big Ten Media Days, as he spoke on the linebacker room, and the linebacker room behind both him and Jaishawn Barham. He said first, with Jimmy Rolder, he's someone that we look at. He's looked at as a starter last year. He's great, highly skilled, very smart, and very versatile, and we can trust him to go in there, know at any position, and play at a very high level. And also Cole Sullivan, he is someone that has a very high ceiling. I saw it from day one when if you first put the pads on. Michigan also has the Georgia transfer Troy Bowles, though, coming in as well, and some younger players behind them as well. So, and speaking on Jaishawn Barham, he said, freak athlete, right? I mean, you can see that just looking at him, how he plays, but, the ceiling is so high for him. He knows it. Everybody knows it. The whole program knows it. So, linebacker room going to be another strength to the Michigan defense this upcoming season as well. And again, fall camp starting this week on Wednesday. Very exciting times as football season gets closer and closer here. But with that, that's going to wrap up this video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure to go ahead, drop a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more if you are new around here. I greatly appreciate it, and we will see you guys in the next video. Go Blue.